My mama used to tell me that life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get. I tried my best Forrest Gump impression. For those of you who just know the lines, they are from the movie called Forrest Gump, and I recommend that movie to all of you. It's a very good movie. Good morning, everyone. I will be honest, I wasn't chosen for this speech. Instead, I volunteered and I took the opportunity and initiative to make this speech. Maybe I love my parents that much. The thing is, why was I so eager to make a parent tribute speech? Well, by the end of the speech, try looking into my mother's or your parents' eyes, father's, and see if there's any onions being chopped in front of them. Then I have done my job. On February 19, 1999, Mama Henrique gave birth to little Henrique. Both Mama and Papa Henrique were happy. Now I was born the second child to my family. My older brother is Adrian, who is 6 years older than me. A year later, my younger brother Samuel was born. And this was the start of my mother's dooming years. All right, let me ask all the women in this room, all the mothers, if you had 3 sons, would you be scared for your life and very stressed out? Like having a mischievous boyfriend isn't enough. Having 3 sons could be even worse. Now having 3 sons isn't so bad. I guess it's just my mom's luck, right? Because 1, you have to keep an eye on everything we do. 2, you have to be careful with the women we are with. And 3, you just have to be aware of everything we do, whether we're doing things with our friends or our families, we're doing something that's up to no good. And to a mother, it always seems like that. Now I'm not only focusing on my mother, because sometimes, like when we do argue in the house and when we do have a little bit of a disagreement, we might turn into apes with high testosterone and go yelling at each other. And we would rather hang out with our friends than our family, which can sometimes make our parents feel sad. So why am I stating these pros and cons or these bad things and good things? Well, I'll first start off with my father. Now my father isn't home at most times because he has work to do abroad and internationally he has to do businesses. Now my family's in the room today, but it's hard to embrace that feeling of being completed. Now this is a personal story that I would like to share with all of you. As many of you are aware, my fellow seniors, in the week of prayer I mentioned that I felt left out by my family. Yes, it is true. And it is hard to really determine someone's life when you're not in their shoes or when you're not in their position. But I get that, I'll give you a more detailed picture of what actually happened. I remember in 2nd grade, Miss Jane taught me. She used to think I was mute or deaf because I would be so quiet in class and never associate with anybody. Then, when I went back to the elementary school to make an announcement when I was a public relations officer, she came up to me and told me, "Is this the same Henrique as before? I never knew you would become this type of person. Never would I believed you would become so confident and outspoken and be speaking in these kind of things. You were so shy, and look at you now." Now, this got me at that time because I always thought, why would a person really think of me like that? And like I've said, my father wasn't around much. But truth be told, he made me the man I am today. He does come back once a week, and he stays for a few days here and there. But with all the financial problems and conflicts, you could think that having a family becomes harder to stay with each other. Alright, when I was younger, my dad taught me how to swim. Who of you got taught how to swim? Raise your hands. Or you're scared of water. Come on, hands. Alright, I guess some of you don't want to swim. Alright. So, my dad taught me how to swim. And he gave me this mentality of saying, eat whatever you can, eat what is on the table, whatever, you can eat it. And my mom doesn't like that mentality at all. She just disagrees with that mentality because she thinks that we're just wasting money on food. So, mom, hashtag foodie, can't stop our life for food. We love food. The Din brothers got you. But there is one thing that my dad has taught me, undoubtedly, and that is stuck in my system ever since. Waking up at 4 a.m. in the morning and not complaining. We travel back home, Myanmar, once a year, and when I was younger, my dad used to wake us up at 4 a.m. to catch an 8 o'clock flight. Yes, it is extreme. My dad thinks that 3 to 4 hours beforehand is the flight leaving. Sure, I get sleepy now when I'm older, but I just don't bother and think about it anymore. Just get up and go. Basically, military training for children. So other parents, take it as you wish. Your child might become really disciplined in that case. Now those were the kinds of memories I never forgot. So to my dad, even though you don't stay around as much, to my mom, who stays around a lot, I would like to say, which basically translates, I'm very proud and thankful to be your son, in Burmese. Now just a quick story with my dad. Back in 10th grade, I wanted to shave. Now I don't have much to shave, but I just wanted to shave, okay? I don't have a beard. But of course, I knew how to shave. Just pick up a razor blade and just shave it, right? But instead, I wanted to share something that, usually people say you gotta share like your first shave or your first car or something like that with your father, right? So I chose to do that. I went to my dad and I said, hey, could you teach me how to shave? Now, he was reluctant at first and hesitant, but after a while of pushing and pushing, he showed me how to shave. And to this day, I can tell you guys that my father taught me how to shave. Yeah. Though there isn't much to shave in my face. Now, most father and son relationships are strong, and you learn how to be a man through that. But you will never be complete without your mother. Oh, Mom, here we go. How I have so much to say about you. Mom, how many arguments have we had? Probably too many to count. How many times have you scolded me? Probably too many to count. Now for all my friends, my mom used to be an elementary teacher and she used to teach younger kids English. And thank God she was a teacher, or else having 3 sons would be a disaster in the family. Now, I'll ask the guys in the room, would you tell your mom what you did last night? Okay, Ashootosh wants to tell his mother what you did last night. Okay. Ashootosh's mom, beware. She will freak out no matter what. Whatever you do, she will freak out, because that's what her mother is. Everything, like if I saved a puppy on a road, she would say, you could have gotten hit by a car, or you could have slipped onto the road. If I didn't wash the glass and dishes, she would say, see, I failed you as a mother. Now that's really tough, right? It's really, really painful, but sometimes it teaches you how to be a really hard and stern person. Now she says things really sharp that can hurt my self-esteem. There are many incidents where my mother has made me feel bad about myself. But I can't imagine if one person could do that. And as her son, it sometimes brings a question. Why does he have to say those things? Why would she say such things? Then I realize the pain she has gone through, raising us, raising me, raising my brothers. The amount of stress and sacrifices she had to make in order for all of us to be the best human beings possible. She laid her heart on the line and took her life for us. Though I am a pretty sensitive dude, she taught me how to be very, hard-shelled, not to take things too seriously. And for that, I thank her. And mothers are angels. Trust me, my mom is one of them. Though I may not tell you all my secrets, Mom, just know that I am handling myself well and have dreams and goals set out for me. Let me tell you what is the most painful and happiest words in your life. Could you guys guess what it is? You might even hear it in a few minutes or in a few hours. The most painful thing a parent would tell you is, you're a disgrace to a family. You are no longer part of our family, and that hurts. Now, what is the most happiest thing you could hear from a parent? I buy you a new Lamborghini, is that what you want? No? Okay. The happiest thing is, I am proud of you, son. I am proud of you, my girl, my daughter, all those kind of things. Now, don't get me wrong, I have been on both sides of the spectrum, and it has taken a toll on me. Sometimes things are said out of anger, and sometimes you might take it to heart. Now, after years of reaching standards that I have never reached, but I made it my own way. I got accepted to a university in San Diego, San Francisco, and New York. There, my mom was teary-eyed and said, "I'm so proud of you, son." Same goes for my dad. It was all worth the wait. Now, there are two quotes I would like to share before I end this speech. My mom taught me everything, but she never taught me how to live without her. The second quote is, never underappreciate or not be grateful for what your parents could give. It was probably all they ever had. Credits to Instagram. I found these quotes on Instagram. Now, my parents grew up poor in Myanmar, and they didn't have much food, electricity, all those resources that we would have today, all those privileges. They had to move to house to house, and there was barely anything available at that time back in my country. Sometimes life could be unfair to us, and have single mothers, single fathers, and walk-away fathers, walk-away mothers. All these things do happen. Even our commencement speaker today is one of those testimonies. Testimony. I don't know which word to use now. Example, okay. Think of all the orphans in the world never knowing who their real parent is. A father and mother isn't always biological. It is a bond someone older or someone who represents that image to love you unconditionally. Some of you may see Mr. Tommy as a father. Some of you may see Miss Hazel as a mother. Some of you may see Ma'am Dolly as a mother. It could be any of that. Now, I don't judge those who don't have a perfect family, who has a dysfunctional type of environment in their lives. Instead, they are the ones who deserve the most love. Since my family has loved me unconditionally, even the closest people and my friends in my life has parental issues, and the upbringing of their childhood was rough. And that is very essential to become the best human being possible. So I made it my personal duty that I will love them unconditionally and love them no matter how much they don't want me or how much they don't want to accept me in their life. Because they too need just the loving I needed. Think of it from their side. Learn from their stories. All the hardships come differently to different people, and each obstacle is unique to the person. Parents are the reason we are the generation of tomorrow. Parents are the reason we can wake up each day and know that we can change the world. Even if I felt rejected from my family or I felt like I didn't belong, I still learned a lesson that my parents aren't perfect. They aren't the perfect people or the perfect human beings. They have made the mistake to judge me for someone I'm not. And that may also hurt them as much as that hurts me. So it is only right to forgive and love them, as they have raised you from a small fetus to a full-grown person. Parents aren't perfect, but to us, children, they are. So I encourage all of you to tell your parents before they are gone or aren't present in your life. Make sure that they know how much you love them, and make sure that by all means, they know that you are very grateful for having them in their lives. Because I, for sure, will. Now, to those who are still a little confused about the onion thing in the start of the speech, it meant seeing my mom and dad crying tears. I don't know if they're crying tears right now. Are you crying tears, mom and dad? No? Okay. Then I haven't done my job yet. I'll do that after this. So finally, mom and dad, I love you very much. Thank you for everything. Thank you, everybody.
โรงเรียนนานาชาติเอกมัยคุณครูคุณพ่อคุณแม่ผู้ปกครองคณะกรรมการสถานศึกษาที่เคารพและเพื่อนๆที่น่ารักทุกคนดิฉันนางสาวลำพณีองค์ทองคำธนาเป็นตัวแทนในการพูดกล่าวขอบคุณคุณพ่อคุณแม่และผู้ปกครองทุกท่านประจำปีการศึกษา 2560 ค่ะพูดในฐานะที่หนูเป็นเหมือนเป็นตัวแทนสำหรับทุกคนก่อนอื่นเลยดิฉันขอขอบคุณคณะกรรมการผู้บริหารคุณครูทุกท่านที่ช่วยส่งเสริมอบรมพวกเราด้วยความรักความมุ่งมั่นความเอื้ออาทรเอ็นดูพวกเราเสมือนเราเป็นลูกหลานของท่านทำให้พวกเราได้รับทั้งความรักความรู้และประสบการณ์ที่นำปรับไปใช้ในชีวิตประจำวันวันนี้ถือเป็นก้าวแรกของความสำเร็จด้านการศึกษาของพวกเราสมกับว่าที่พวกเราได้ทำงานกันมาหลายปีและในตลอดระยะเวลาที่พวกเราได้อยู่ร่วมกันผ่านทั้งความทุกข์ความสุขความเศร้าความลำบากมาด้วยกันทุกสิ่งทำให้เราได้รู้จักคำว่าเพื่อนที่เราไม่สามารถเรียนได้จากในตำราได้มีโอกาสเป็นลูกศิษย์ของคุณครูที่น่ารักและหวังดีต่อพวกเราเสมอมาหลังจากวันนี้ไปพวกเราทุกคนจะต้องแยกย้ายไปตามเส้นทางชีวิตและความฝันของพวกเราทุกช่วงเวลาที่พวกเราได้อยู่ด้วยกันจะกลายเป็นความทรงจำที่ดีเมื่อถึงวันที่เราได้พบกันอีกครั้งเรื่องเก่าๆจะกลายเป็นเรื่องที่เรากลับมาคุยและมีความสุขด้วยกันแต่เหนือสิ่งอื่นใดเบื้องหลังความสุขที่พวกเราได้รับมานั้นจะมาจากใครไม่ได้นอกจากผู้ปกครองของเราบุคคลที่ทำให้พวกเรามายืนอยู่จุดนี้และมีวันนี้ตลอดระยะเวลา18 ปีของพวกเรานั้นสำหรับบางคนอาจจะดูมากไปหรือน้อยไปแต่เป็นระยะเวลาที่นานสำหรับคุณพ่อคุณแม่ที่ต้องช่วยประคับประคองเด็กน้อยคนนี้จนพวกเราเติบโตเป็นผู้ใหญ่ในขณะเดียวกันนั้นเองคุณพ่อคุณแม่ของเราก็ได้แก่ลงไปตามอายุของท่านเป็นผลจากการที่ท่านเสียสละสิ่งต่างๆเพื่อพวกเราไม่ใช่แค่เงินทองแต่เป็นทั้งแรงกายแรงใจความสุขและสิ่งดีๆต่างๆท่านทุกคนนั้นถือเป็นเหมือนผู้อยู่เบื้องหลังความสำเร็จของพวกเราและคอยเป็นกำลังใจหลักของพวกเราเสมอมาถ้าไม่มีพวกท่านพวกเรารู้ว่าพวกเราจะไม่มีโอกาสที่จะได้เรียนในโรงเรียนที่ดีๆแบบนี้และได้มีเพื่อนๆที่น่ารักแบบนี้ขอบคุณนะคะที่คอยเป็นแรงเขี่ยวเข็นและเป็นกำลังใจให้เราเสมอมาพวกเราสัญญาว่าพวกเราจะตั้งใจเรียนและประสบความสำเร็จในชีวิตเพื่อตอบแทนบุญคุณของท่านขอบคุณค่ะ
안녕하십니까? 졸업생 김신혜입니다. 이 자리에 참석해주신 모든 부모님들께 감사 인사드립니다. 부모님의 사랑과 보살핌의 힘으로 저희가 무사히 졸업할 수 있었기에 이 자리의 주인공은 저희가 아닌 부모님이 아닌가 싶습니다. 명심법원 효영판에 이르기를 아버지께서 날 낳으시고 어머니께서 날 기르시니 슬프고 슬프도다. 아버지 어머니여 나를 낳으시고 기르시느라 수고하시었네. 그 깊은 은덕을 갖고자 하건대 하늘처럼 크고 넓어 다함이 없도다. 세상에는 이런 사람이 있습니다. 조심하라고 늘 끊임없이 부탁하죠. 우리는 짜증스럽지만 따뜻함도 느낍니다. 돈이 없을 때 그는 항상 돈 버는 일이 쉽지 않다며 훈계합니다. 그러면서도 돈을 쥐어줍니다. 이런 사람들을 우리는 부모라고 부릅니다. 부모의 또 다른 이름은 희생입니다. 어떤 단어로 부모의 깊은 사랑을 설명할 수 있을까요? 갓 태어난 백지같이 공허한 세상을 알록달록한 다채로운 색깔로 물들게 하시고 때론 자녀가 하는 무의미한 이야기를 기꺼이 들어주시면서 환하게 웃으시는 누구보다 자녀를 믿고 지지해주시는 존재가 있다는 게 가장 큰 축복입니다. 태어난 순간부터 지금까지 항상 곁에서 격려의 말씀을 건네주시고 사회의 어려움을 극복할 수 있게 더욱더 굳건해지도록 야단치시며 지탱해주시고 어떠한 상황에도 저의 행복만 걱정하며 자신의 행복과 꿈을 희생하셨죠. 자녀의 행복이 자신의 행복이라고, 자녀의 웃음이 자신의 기쁨이라고, 자녀의 슬픔이 자신의 아픔이라고 매번 말씀하셨죠. 철없는 딸의 행동과 말에 상처도 많이 받으시고 때론 다투고 서로를 이해할 수 없어 가끔은 견딜 수 없을 만큼 너무 지치고 힘들지만 결코 포기하지 않고 끝까지 책임지시는 부모님께 너무 감사합니다. 부모님의 깊은 마음을 다 헤아릴 수 없으나 이젠 조금 깨달을 수 있을 것 같습니다. 사실 말로 표현하는 거 많이 간지럽고 쑥스럽긴 하지만 말하지 않으면 모릅니다. 때론 말로 표현해야 할 때도 있죠. 표현도 서툴고 예민한 자녀지만 부모님의 유익한 교훈, 확고한 믿음과 변치 않는 사랑으로 인해 이토록 성장했습니다. 시간이 지나 부모가 필요한 천진난만한 절부지에서 독립할 때가 되어 더 이상 거센 풍파를 막아주진 않겠지만 부모님의 응원과 교육이 신뢰를 쌓았습니다. 스스로 세상의 암흑면을 이겨내 빛날 수 있게 부모님의 노력이 헛되지 않도록 성실하게 살겠습니다. 부모란 말로 설명할 수 없는 매우 강한 존재입니다. 또한 우리에게 주어진 하나님께서 주신 소중한 행운입니다. 성경 말씀에 자녀들아 너희 부모를 주 안에서 순종하라. 이것이 옳으니라. 네 아버지와 어머니를 공경하라. 이것이 약속 있는 첫 계명이니. 에베소서 6장 1, 2절. 아울러 석가모니가 그랬습니다. 부모를 왕위에 나가게 한다 해도 그 은혜는 갚지 못한다. 즉 부모의 정성과 배려는 이 세상 어느 것과 바꿀 수 없고 부모의 피, 땀, 눈물은 자녀를 싹트게 만든 요인입니다. 이제 우리는 학교라는 울타리와 부모라는 보호에 벗어나 새로운 인생의 사회인으로 나갑니다. 이 사회에 훌륭하고 중요한 인물이 되도록 더붙여 부모를 사랑하는 자녀, 효행하는 자녀로 살아갈 것입니다. 졸업을 축하합니다. 감사합니다.
尊敬的校长、各位老师、各位家长、各位同学，还有学弟学妹们，大家好。本人 Narumon Thachaphat 是今年的毕业生。今天我非常高兴，也非常荣幸能代表毕业班的同学上台来跟各位贵宾致谢词。首先，我要感谢我们的老师一直辛苦地教导我们，让我们在快乐中成长。最重要的还是要感谢我的父母亲，给我有这个机会来到 Ekamai 学校读书，让我认识到各个国家的老师和同学们。爸爸妈妈一直陪在我身边，给我鼓励，给我信心，一直的支持我，不辞辛劳的教导我。如果没有您们，就不会有今天的我。父母真伟大，我永远报答不完。I love you, Dad, Mom。时间过得真快，我还记得我刚到 Ekamai 学校的时候，我才6年级，英文一窍不通。转眼7年过去了，现在我有一口流利的英文，也要感谢教导我的老师一直培育我、鼓励我。今天我们毕业了，但未来的路还很漫长。希望我们大家一起努力，共创未来。最后，祝愿大家身体健康，心想事成。谢谢 ，Thank you。
Good noon, everyone. Yeah. So first of all, I'd like to congratulate my fellow seniors 2017 for finally making it through this journey, which I'm also part of. And although it wasn't really that great at some times, it was aight, you know, it was okay. And also a special thanks to the administrators and the guest speaker who gave us such a heartwarming speech. Thank you so much. And today I'm going to speak in Hindi. Yeah. It's not my first language, so bear with me. I will also be translating so that everyone understands what I'm trying to say. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'll try. Alright, so if you guys can help me by clapping, it makes me feel better. Alright. I like that. Feel the love. Alright. Namaste. मुझे सभी माता पिता के बारे में कुछ शब्द कहने के लिए कहा गया था। तब मैंने सोचा मैं अपने माता पिता का धन्यवाद कैसे करूं? So I was asked to say a couple of words about parents, and the first thought that came to my mind was, how am I going to thank them? So हमारे माता पिता ने हमारे लिए क्या नहीं किया है? Phone, laptop, PS4. इन सब चीज़ों से मुझे लगाव था और लगाव है. So what haven't our parents done for us? They fulfilled our every want. Phone, laptop, PS4. And I've always been attached to these material things. I am still attached to them. कल रात मैं सोच रहा था कैसे शुरू करूं? Last night I was thinking, how do I begin? And now you've seen me begin, so that's how I did it. कहने में आसान है, अगर सोचा जाए तो ये बहुत मुश्किल. It's easy to say, it's easy to pay tribute, to thank your parents, but in reality it's extremely difficult. इस शिक्षा के लिए धन्यवाद, क्या वो चीज़ों के लिए जो वो हमारे लिए खरीदते हैं? Do we thank them for this education that they've given us, or for fulfilling our every want and need? Quandary. लेकिन कुछ चीज़ें हैं जो इनसे भी ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है, जो इनसे भी ज़्यादा मायने रखती है. उनका ध्यान, उनका धैर्य, उनका वक्त, ये अनमोल है. There are some things that are even more precious than these material wants. Their patience, their time, their patience, their time, their attention. These things are extremely precious. जब मैं 7 साल का था, तब मुझे एक नए स्कूल में डाला गया था. When I was 7 years old, I was put into EIS. I joined EIS. नए चेहरे, नए लोग, नया घर, सब कुछ अजीब सा था. New faces, new people, everything was weird. तो मैंने अपने माँ का हाथ को कस के पकड़ा था. I held my mother's hand very tightly as I walked into the 2nd grade classroom, where a couple of my friends are still here. Shout out to Songjen. माँ ने कहा, कोई बात नहीं बेटा, कोई बात नहीं बेटा, मैं हूँ ना. So my mom said, don't worry, I'm here. This is what you call her attention. इसे कहते हैं उसका ध्यान. जब गाड़ी को पहली बार हाथ लगाया और एक्सीडेंट भी हो गया, डैड ने कहा, कोई बात नहीं, सीख जाओगे. इसे कहते हैं धैर्य. The first time I touched my dad's car, I remember I hit the car in EIS. I'll never forget that day. I was in the 4th grade. I sat in the driver's seat, put the gear to D, and it just moved. And I was like, what's going on? And my dad didn't hit me. Thank God. So this was called his patience with me. जब मैंने अपना हर बुक रिपोर्ट, हर होमवर्क टाइम पे नहीं दिया, मेरी माँ 5-5 घंटे मेरे साथ बैठती थी जब तक मैं अपना काम पूरा ना कर पाऊँ. Till today, even when I was a young boy, when I never used to give in my book reports, my homework, and all the drama essays, my mom used to sit with me for 5 hours and pay attention and tell me to finish my work, and she wouldn't move until I finished what I had to do. This is called sacrificing her time for me. मैं यकीन के साथ कह सकता हूँ कि मैं आज जो भी हूँ अपने माता पिता की वजह से हूँ. I can with confidence say that whatever I am today, I am because of my parents. Bible में लिखा है, it's written in the Holy Bible. Honor your father and mother, that your days be prolonged in the land which your Lord God gives you. Quran में लिखा है, it's written in the Holy Quran. Parents are only second to the one and only Almighty Himself, Allah. Bhagavad Gita में लिखा है, the Hindu holy book. A son is indebted to his parents in so many ways, and it is the duty of the son to serve his parents, however great the son may be. इस दुनिया के 3 सबसे बड़े धर्म हमारे माता पिता का सम्मान करना सिखाते हैं. The 3 largest religions in the world teach us to respect and honor our parents. आज मैं गर्व के साथ कह सकता हूँ कि ये सम्मान वक्त के साथ बढ़ता है. I can proudly say that the respect I have for my parents grows gradually with time as I understand the sacrifices they've made. I have a movie quote from my fellow seniors, and this is just a shout out to them. It's in Hindi, but I'll translate it. कामयाब होने के लिए नहीं, काबिल होने के लिए पढ़ो. Excellence का पीछा करो. Success चक मार के तुम्हारे सामने आएगी. Translation: don't chase success, chase excellence. Be great at what you do, love what you do, and for sure you will be successful. And a last word to my parents, it's in English. We don't understand sacrifice until it is met with compassion, and that is the physical embodiment of our parents. Our parents aren't perfect, but they're definitely limited edition. Thank you.